Cool. Yeah, you're listening to Headphones. This is Headphones. I'm producer Joe. Podcast for musicians, by musicians, and sometimes we play, sometimes we talk, and sometimes it's... but it's always about music. It's always about music. That's the only rule. I got my buddy Gene up in here today.
What it do, what it do? For those of y'all that don't have a clue, I am a.k.a. This is my bro Dan, the man with the plan in his hand, the master planner, you feel me? And he's the one that is behind this beautiful podcast, Headphones, man. So I appreciate you having me on board, bro. It really means a lot to me, bro.
Today's episode is called The Real Pilot, Podcast Edition. And the reason I call it The Real Pilot is because there were two podcasts before this in the past 2 weeks, if you've been catching up, with Laura and Pune. If you haven't heard those, go listen to those. But this is the first new episode in 2021. But yeah, so today's format, I got Arjane with me. We're going to talk about what we want to accomplish with the podcast, why the heck we're doing this, why you should listen to it, and maybe we might talk a little bit about what we like to listen to. And we're going to play some games. We're going to play lots of fun games, too.
All right. I was about to say, what you want to dive in first, man? You know, music is it's a very broad topic, bro. So you feel me? Because I listen to all type of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you've helped me familiarize myself with actually a lot of pop and rock that I necessarily didn't think I would ever listen to, bro.
Dude, I never would have started listening to yodeling if it weren't for you, man. You really turned me on to fucking...
Shout out to my fucking bagpipes. Shout out to my ox
to my
in front of my yard. I got my fucking ox out there. He's tilling the soil. You know what I'm saying? But you know he yodels as well.
Hell yeah! He yodels while he drums. So let's start with a game. We want to start with a game?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's called First Person of Interest.
Let's get it.
Who's the last person you listened to musically? Like, what was the last musician or band you listened to?
I was actually taking a walk on the Silver Comet Trail, and I was listening to Panic at the Disco. It was Death of a Bachelor. And yeah, I like that song a lot, man. I just like dude's range. I don't even know his name, bro. I just like his vocal range, bro. And I've always been a fan of Panic at the Disco. Fucking happened when I went through an emo phase. I mean, everybody had one, especially if you are a real fucking 90s baby on some shit. You've had a lot of phases, bro. Emo was definitely one of them. I fucking skateboard.
Dude, I remember I would looking back on some of the fucking songs that we'd listen to, like Good Charlotte and shit, and like,
right, bro.
Like, dude, I wasn't even a sad kid. I was totally happy. But if you'd listened to the music in my fucking library, you'd have been like, this kid's got problems, so we should see a counselor.
Damn, they don't even know, bro. Like, you got some hood in you with the good. You know what I'm saying? The H is next to the G. You got the good and the hood. You feel me? And so, like, bro, like, I think that's why we click so much. And something as diverse as music can bring, you know, two people with completely different polarities in life, bro, together, at least by ear, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's amazing, bro. Like, music is universal just like numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't even matter if you understand it or not. I listen to actually a lot of Spanish music. You know, yo entiendo poquito, pero yo quiero aprender más español, you know what I'm saying? And as far as, like, musical interests and stuff like that, I like corridos, you know what I'm saying? I don't really listen to, like, a lot of reggaeton and stuff, but... You know, I'm listening to bluegrass and shit like that. I love Mumford & Sons.
I never thought I'd be into, like, bluegrass folksy stuff, but then when I moved out to Nashville and started playing with people, it just, like, that's all that's out here. It's just bluegrass, improv, you know, and it just sounds twangy.
You fucking remind me of Nate Roos, bro. Because I personally listen to the emotion that you put in your music and shit, bro. And it's outstanding, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's outstanding, bro.
I appreciate that. I can't wait till you hear some new stuff. That's true. I don't even know who the last person... I think this morning I was listening to Nathaniel Rateliff while I was waiting for our call. Yeah. I don't know. That guy he's pretty obscure. He's like a... I don't know what kind of style he is. Very, like, hipstery, like...
If you had to, so is it like it's not like an American reggae? Is it like a pop feel to it? Is it like a?
One of his most recent albums has a very big band kind of feel to it.
Oh.
Like, tell me that I will say, like a lot of voices. It matters a little bit. Well, come on and lean into me. I need you so bad.
Like a U2 type, like a big audience arena.
Oh no.
Type shit.
I don't know. You gotta listen to it.
U2. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
U2. What the fuck did you just say? Yeah. I don't know, but I like Coldplay too. So you know, like U2 is gonna be in that category. I like the Bravery. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them, bro. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, man.
Oh, Flea, Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was he was one of my role models when we slap it to bass.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Victor Wooten, bro. Those are my two favorite bassists of all freaking time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, we met in orchestra, like, bro, side by side on those fucking uncomfortable ass stools.
I remember one day she threw a chair at me, and in the same day bought me lunch.
She liked that, bro. Bro, she's straight WWE that shit, bro.
Is she still working there?
I don't know. We should take a trip and put it on headphones.
Oh boy, that might be a lot.
I mean, she's amazing. She was really a heavy musical influence.
Dude, were you there in orchestra that day that Mrs. Ramsey, I don't remember who it was, but one of the cello girls was pissed off at her because, you know, Miss Ramsey, she'll zone in on you and she'll tear you apart for a day. But it's to build you up. And she was doing it to one girl in the cello section, and this girl got fed up, and she's just like, "Well, that's easy for you to say. You just play violin, blah blah blah." And then Miss Ramsey goes, "Oh yeah."
He loved that and hopped right on that fucking cello, bro.
Yeah. Right after she hopped on a violin, and then a viola, and then a bass, and then a fucking cello, and then she schooled every instrument. She's like,
"Oh, exactly." I was waiting on her ass to sing. I literally was straight up waiting on it. Was waiting on like Miss Smiley to come over there or her.
Start tap dancing on cello.
You know what? Y'all follow me, and just walks into the fucking chorus room. Kicks open the doors and starts fucking singing. Hops on the piano, drops the cello, and just starts. And I mean, she could, bro. I believe it, bro.
I do believe it.
She's amazing, bro.
I do believe it. She was pretty extremely talented, actually.
She was, man. And somewhere Miss Ramsey is probably like, man, I wonder what those two fucking knuckleheads in orchestra are doing right now. I never, you know, things might seem like I was being mischievous and stuff like that in school. I always found my resolve in music. You know, let's face it, when we're going through something emotionally, what do? We need to hear a song. We need to play something that's either going to calm us down or feed into that emotion that we have inside of us for some reason. And it's either going to make it better or it's going to fuel the flame, which in a case is making it better, I guess, if you had to make an argument for doing the best you can at doing the worst you can emotionally, you know, because of, you know, some type of influence. But I just want to say she was a big part of my life. And, you know, that woman, she taught us a lot of stuff, bro, that I can take with me along in life. And it's helped me define what I'm interested in as far as music, bro. And I felt like that was really relatable to this. So I brought it up, man. And I appreciate you. I don't even know how we got to talking about it. But see, you just my bro. You feel me? And just knew what I had in the back of my head, bro. Like.
Did I tell you that I'm learning mandolin?
You can actually. When have you played that?
No, I mean, I can't play it well yet. I'm just learning. I know 3 chords.
Okay, I'm sorry. The black in me wants to know, where the fuck did you find a mandolin? All right, so I'm just gonna say that. Like, okay, guitar. You know, all right, that's cool. You got a little ukulele. We're not in Hawaii, whatever. It's awesome.
My neighbor, I don't own one. My neighbor has one. He
fucking harp or a mandolin, like when you just professing something like that, it's like you specifically knew you wanted to fucking play that, and it wasn't by random occurrence.
Oh no, it was totally random. He goes, "Hey man, I have a mandolin if you ever want to learn it." And like, okay.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, sure. I will.
I don't know enough instruments, I suppose.
Don't mind if I fucking do.
I'm not good at it. Like I can play the chord, and then when I go to switch, I'm like. Diddling ding 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 ding. Diddling ding 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 ding. Diddling ding 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 ding.
whenever I hear you play that, okay, I have to make sure I'm extremely calm because that music right there is when some serious shit is about to go down. All right, that's like the sitar. If you learn that, you need to learn how. I will fucking learn the sitar, okay, and we will play that shit simultaneously. I'm hollering. I'm actually just gassed up right now. If there's anybody listening that is a freaking sitar master, okay, please reach out to us, and I will make sure you get all of my undivided time.
I will watch the shit out of you do that.
Right, bro. I promise you. I promise you, you will get all of my attention, undivided time, all of that, man.
But yeah, no, man. My neighbor Tom. He's actually in my group. Did I tell you we came up with a name? So since I'm writing this album, and they're helping me write this album, I can't just call it, hey, it's just Daniel Carr's album, because it's not.
Right.
That's
narcissistic.
Right.
the Car album. Well, fucking Lil Wayne did it, the Carter. So I guess it's not really.
It's been done.
I mean, but he's Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, fucking Lil, God, you know.
But until I can rap as well as Lil Wayne, we decided to name our group the Neighbors.
I like that.
I like it a lot too. Thanks.
I love that actually. Because music is a community as well. The Neighbors is like, hey man, have you heard this sound? You know? Okay, now I got a question for you, Dan. What is your go-to motivational song? Like, if you had to wake up and get some shit done, but you needed to hop on YouTube before you needed to handle a task, name of the artist or band, whatever.
Song.
It's funny that you say that, though, because honestly, it changes over time. But today, that's why I looked at Nathaniel Rateliff, because he has that. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to clean some shit while you're singing.
Bruh, and what a song that makes me do that, like, okay, a band that makes me feel that way is of Monsters and Men. I don't know what it is about them, but Little Talks, Mountain Sound. No. Love.
Okay.
No shit. Are you really naming bands? This is.
No, I'm naming like those are just.
I thought you were naming bands like what the fuck? You know, Pirate Scum. You know, 3 Bricks Left. You know, you never heard of the Sweatshirts? You know who I've listened to lately that's changed my life?
What's that, bro?
It's a guy named Tyler Childers.
Tyler Cheerleader.
Tyler Childers.
Childers. Okay.
Yeah, and he's kind of getting more famous now, but before that, he's like a
Spelled CH. Is it spelled like Child Rest?
Childers, yeah. That's how it's
Or
spelled.
Childers.
It's how it's spelled, Childers. But Tyler Childers changed my life, dude. His music, me and Tom play a lot of his stuff. I played one of his songs at my uncle's funeral a couple weeks ago. We're running on 27 minutes. That gives us a little bit of time. I'm going to close it. That's the end of our pilot. As far as content, we kind of ran a long time, which is good, because we still have some more content for next week. We'll do some more stuff next week, more games and shit. More games and stuff. But yeah, okay, so all we have left are shout-outs and updates, and then what's coming next week. So shout-outs, I got Trick Arrow Publishing. If you haven't checked out Trick Arrow Publishing on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, also known as FaceSpace in my realm. Add those, like them, follow them, so that we can like and follow you back. Shout out to Arjane for helping out today.
Hey, there you go.
Oh yeah, shout out to Laura from last week, Apune from last week, Angel, my sister, Gio, Gavin for keeping things rolling over the past year, and Tom and Billy for being my bandmates. So super shout outs to them. Any shout outs you want to add?
I just want to say shout out to my brother Daniel, man, for even making this possible for me, bro. Shout out to Angel Carr, shout out to Jamie Carr, shout out to Steven Carr. It's been a while. Shout out to all the Carrs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chris Carr as well. Shout out to anybody that's ever had a positive influence in my life, especially musically. Daniel, you one of those people. You know what I'm saying? We already spoke about Miss Ramsey, things of that nature. Even Miss Hutchins, my 6th grade orchestra teacher, bro. All the people that I'm involved with musically that I've actually known personally. Chandler Gaynor, Chain Gangs, you know what I'm saying? Follow him. Anxiety Music, Greg Herron, Gutty Greg, you know what I'm saying? YK Rally, bro. OTO Clothing Label, Out of the Ordinary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot
This dude's
of
got an
people.
acceptance speech already. Hold on, we haven't won the award yet.
It's not even the award. These are people that we will have that I would like to introduce, you know, on the musical segments as far as headphones, in which these people have not only allowed music to influence them, but they've allowed themselves to influence music and stuff, and it's been beneficial. It hasn't just been like any poop, but definitely Trick Arrow Publishing before any of this. You know what I'm saying? Because without Trick Arrow Publishing and Daniel Carr, none of this would be possible. And he's got a strong team. Seriously, bro. I mean it, bro. You got a strong team, but, you have to have leaders, and I feel like you are a valuable leader in this team, and this is a beautiful project, and I see the bigger picture, and you're a hell of a developer as far as placing these puzzle pieces together when they're straight out of the box, mix, match, and everything. You're the one that sees the bigger picture on the cover of that, which makes the individual want to even purchase the puzzle, be a part of it. So, I appreciate you allowing me to be a pair of hands helping you piece this together, bro, and I mean
yeah, I appreciate you, man. And we're doing it every week. That's a weekly reminder, so if you liked what we did this week or last week, we're doing it again. If you don't like it, then we're doing something different next week, so you might like that more.
That's right.
So, also, I'm working on my album. I'll give you guys updates as that goes on other segments known as Microphones and Songbook and Sample. But those will come later. Also, check out other stuff from Trick Arrow, like Rocket Science. It Isn't Rocket Science, which is premiering at the end of April. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's about phrases and what you've heard. And we got another show coming up from Arjune and myself called Pivot Points. Pressure Series. Tell us what it's about, Arjune.
People realizing everything successful suddenly unfolding rapidly and effectively. That is the acronym. That is the definition of it. And the original idea was Pivot Points, where pivotal moments in an individual's life in which he had to recognize what was going to make or break them or her. There are a lot of powerful women who are a part of this. I don't mean to be gender specific because, you can't really place a gender on success. Success is an idea in which we need to manifest.
Oh yeah, I can dig it. Well, couldn't have said it better myself, but I think we're right at time, right at 45 minutes. So, but yeah, join us next week. I think we're talking about it says on the schedule here, we're talking about nostalgic music, particularly of the 90s and 2000s. So that's what we're doing next week, Gene.
Bringing you back to them days where everything was great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. All right, well, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, tune in, man.